everybody, this is Alicia Dianne here, and I'm here with another episode of Alicia's Art Advice. So it's my advice and your advice, so we can all learn something new together. And what I wanted to talk about today was why you haven't finished your project, why you haven't finished that project that you said you were going to do, that you thought you were going to do, that you had in mind, or that you had an idea for. Maybe it was a pitch for a series, maybe it was a comic book, or it could have been an animated short. I don't know what it was, but you haven't finished it yet, and the time is just ticking and ticking away. And I wanted to talk about why you and I don't finish projects. And really, there's only one reason why we don't finish our projects. And that one reason, it might seem simple and it might seem surprising, but this is, I found to be really accurate. And the reason why we don't finish projects is because for some reason it's not important to us. That project is not important to us, or to you, or to me. And I'm going to tell you right now, you have either one of two reactions. The first reaction is, yeah, I really don't care that much about that project. I'm trying to do other things. I don't really have the time, quote unquote. But your other reaction could be, no, wait, this project is totally important to me and I don't know why I can't finish it. So if your reaction is the second one, I'm going to talk to you today about how and why I feel like I still sticking to my guns and saying it's not important to you. And for one reason or another, it's not, and often it's a subconscious reason why it's not important. It's you think it's important and you want it to be important because you know it would be a great idea, to finish this thing. You'd feel proud and you'd feel accomplished and you feel like you finally got that story out. But one way or another, your mind has just told you that it's not important to you. And I'm going to tell you now how you can break that. So there's a subconscious that we have, and it lies to us and it tells us that things that we feel are important are not important. And I'm going to tell you how your subconscious or your mind can sort of lie to you. And these are the lies that it tells you. And the first one is, it's too hard. I can't do this because it's too hard. It's way too hard. I'll never finish it. It's not worth all this time it's going to take, so why bother? And that's one of the lies that we tell ourselves. Another lie is, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to finish this thing. I have all these other things I have to do. And I'm not going to do this thing because I don't have time to do it. And that's a lie. Another lie that your subconscious will tell you is, it won't be received well, or no one's going to like it. So what if I put in all this effort and, people say that it sucks, or no one likes it and I just end up being a failure, it doesn't sell, or whatever your goal is to achieve, or, my teacher's not even going to care if I finish this project smoothly or whatever. Whatever the reason that you're coming up with, it's not that. It's, that's one of the other lies that we tell ourselves. Another one is, I'm not good enough to finish this. I don't have the talent, I don't have the skill, I haven't been practicing long enough, I'm not good at writing, which if you tell yourself I'm not good at writing, then you're not going to be good at writing. If you tell yourself I'm not good at drawing, then you're not going to be good at drawing. But that's another lie that we tell ourselves, and it's really up to us to realize and confront the fact that those are all lies, guys. Those are not the truth. So all of these things that you've been telling yourself, I don't have time, it's too hard, no one's going to like it, I'm not good enough, it's a lie. That's not the reason why that you can't do it, because you can do it. You just haven't put together a plan well enough to do it. And I'm guilty of this so much as well. There's times where, I thought it would be a good idea to do this thing, but I let other things take priority, and that's what we do. We let other things take the priority in our life, and that's why we don't end up finishing, because it doesn't become a priority. So what you're going to do in life are your priorities, and if you don't make these things that you feel like are important to you priorities, then they just won't get done. And so I'm going to tell you now how you can start to break that pattern and get your projects finished. Get your comic book finished, get your animated short finished, get your book finished, get your painting series finished. You know, whatever it is that you're trying to do, get it finished. So here are your steps that you're gonna, I like to break things down in steps. I feel like it's easier that way, don't you? Kind of break it down into like one by one by one. I mean, always go back to basics. You know, there's nothing elementary about doing things elementary. We have to break things down in a simple form, so we can just, you know, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is what the first thing you're going to do. The first thing is I want you to dig into your brain and into your mind and discover what is important to you. What is really important to me? Of course, your family is important, your spirituality, whatever your values are, that's all good. Right now, we're going to talk about career-wise, or, you know, your art-wise, right? You know, I can't be everything, but what I can do is help you with your art, and so that's what I'm going to do right now. So list 3 things that are the most important for you to accomplish within your career in the next year. So list 3 things that are the most important for you to accomplish within your art career over the next year. And, you know, if you want to share this with your other friends who are not artists or who don't do art, but, you know, they might have a similar thing, maybe it's a project that they're just not seeming to get through, then, you know, you can also pass this along as well. So after you list those 3 things that are very important to you for you to accomplish in the next year, you're going to write those down. Always write it down on paper. If you get an idea, if you get a thought, if you have anything that important that you want to remember, always write it down, because your mind will not, you know, remember what you wrote. Even if it's important to you, you know, ideas come up. Always keep a notepad and a pen or pencil, something you can write with. Keep it nearby, because I'm telling you, you will not remember as time goes on. You'll be like, oh, what was that thing again? And really, it helps you to commit more. When you put something in writing, it really helps you to commit to it much more. It helps you to remember it much more easily. Just, it's always good to write things down. So you list the 3 things that are the most important for you to accomplish in the next year. Next to each of these things, you're going to write down 5 things that you can do now that will help you get there. So 5 things that you can do now that will help you get there. You got that? So maybe you want to create a comic book. Let's just say you want to create a comic book. What are 5 things that you can do now that are going to help you get there? I don't know if you're a writer or an illustrator or you're both. Maybe you want to come up with a topic. Maybe you want to design your cover page. That always is inspiring, something that you can look at and you can see every day, like on your desk or in your room or on a mirror or something like that, where you can see it every day. It's going to inspire you, and it's going to remind you what you're working on, that this is important for me. And also, if you're doing any other project, I would also suggest that you have something within your, you know, your daily, something that you see every single day that reminds you of a project or whatever it is that you want to complete. So always keep, you know, things in the forefront of your eyes so you can see them. So after you list the 5 things that you can do now that will help you get there, pick one of those. So you have your list of 5, and you're just going to pick one to start with. Okay? That's going to be your one. And the one that you pick is going to be the most important one. So whichever one you think is the most important one that you can start now, all of these 5 things are things that you can do now. So pick the first most important one to start with. And when you pick that one thing, decide on an activity that you can do every single day for 10 minutes that you will devote to doing that thing. So after you decide the one thing that you can do now, decide today that you're going to devote 10 minutes to doing that every day. So say you want to write a novel and you want to write, and you want to write it. So you decide, I'm going to start with chapter 1. So you decide you're going to put 10 minutes every single day to writing chapter 1. I hope this makes sense. So pick the thing that you can do and devote 10 minutes every single day to it. Okay, for each one of those. So that's a total of 30 minutes. The 3 things that are the most important to you, 5 things that you can do now that will help you get there, and pick one activity for each of those that you can do every day for 10 minutes. It's really, really simple. Just lay it out there. After you completed it, go back to your list of 5 things and do the next one. Do the next most important thing. So it's like a rinse, lather, rinse, repeat. So after you finish the first thing on your list, go back and do the next one. So, okay, I'm going to make a comic book, and I'm going to make the cover. And the next thing I want to do that's going to help me to write the comic book is to create the 5 main characters. So you do an activity, maybe you want to do some research. And what's something I can do every single day? Where's your setting, what kind of characters you want to have, and start to do sketches. You pick one activity that you can do every single day that's going to help you get your ultimate goal. And remember, while you're on this journey of completing these new goals that you have, remember to reward yourself. So every time, every week, say, I did this, I did this every day, all week. So at the end of the week, I'm going to go and get myself like my favorite ice cream. Say you like Cold Stone or something. And make it fit within your budget. I'm not telling you to like go out and, buy a new pair of shoes every week, but make sure that you reward yourself, because that's going to be your reinforcement, and that's going to motivate you to keep going while you're doing this. So definitely do not skip this step. Reward yourself for your progress. And even more important, do not beat yourself up if you miss a day. Do not beat yourself up if you miss a day. Just get right back on that wagon, get right back on the train, and keep going. Say you missed one day, oh man, all right, well, I'm going to do it again. Today's a new day. Just pick up right where you left off and do it again. Don't miss a whole bunch of days, and don't start to put it off again. Then you're going to have to go and watch this video all over again, okay? Don't miss a bunch of days, but if you do miss a day, just pick up where you left off. Don't even think about it. Just shrug it off and keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, and remember to reward yourself. And I hope that you guys, share what your goals are that you're going to get in the next year, those 3 things that you want to accomplish in the next year. Share with each other. Share with me. I'd be glad to hear about it, and let me know what you guys are doing. And I will see you guys tomorrow, because this is the 30-day post a day challenge. And this is day 6. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for tuning in. And please, like, share, and subscribe if this was valuable to you. And keep on drawing. And gosh, I'm still trying to come up with my thing to say. I think I'm going to tell you guys this. These are 3 simple things that I can tell you that will help to make your life a little bit easier. And that is, be grateful, live balanced, and be yourself. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.